Welcome. I'm Hannah Christian, the Director of Career Services here at Northwest Missouri State University.
And I'm Travis Klein, the Assistant Director of Career Services.
And welcome to Meet the Pros.
Nursing Edition. So we talked to several professionals from several organizations in the healthcare field.
And we're looking forward today to giving you tips and tricks on how to help you through your job search. Enjoy.
My name is Jody Griffin. I work for Mosaic Medical Center here in Maryville, and I'm the quality consultant for our hospital. I have been here a little over 20 years, primarily spent most of my time in home health and hospice, and then the last 3 years I have been our quality consultant.
My name is Judy Free, and I'm the Assistant Director of Wellness, and I oversee the clinic. And I've been in this position since 2008, and I've been at Northwest at some capacity since 1996. So I think, what is that, 27 years? I've been a nurse practitioner for 33 years.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Andrea Schulke, and I'm from Bedford, Iowa, and I teach for North Central Community College. I'm a nursing instructor, so I got my master's degree from Northwest.
I would say you definitely need the critical thinking piece. To be any leader, you have to be able to communicate, you have to be able to think outside the box, stay calm, cool, and collected during emergencies and other things like that, and be able to collect all your data, everything that you need from all the different caregivers involved to be able to make a good, educated decision. And I think the BSN degree really helps you with that, because you're doing a lot of reading and papers and things like that. And essentially, that's kind of what you do as a leader. You're looking at best practices, you're looking at different emails, patient reports, things like that, and putting that all together for, kind of like a presentation or how you're going to speak to your team about a situation. And so then the BSN helps you prepare for that.
I think it's hard sometimes to be a leader, especially if you are in a hospital or any position and you're going to go from, and maybe the students are now going to stay in that same area and still try to lead because your coworkers that you were your friends that you went and did things with, now you're going to be supervising them. And sometimes that can be very challenging. And now I think in the beginning, you think it won't be, but it will be. And to be an effective leader, it will be a little challenging when you have to correct someone and make things better in that your area.
Go to an interview with questions for them as well. You want to know that you're going to be a good fit for that team. You want to join a good team, ask them the questions on those kinds of things. It is kind of a nurse's market right now. They're needed everywhere. And so not being, arrogant and I want, $70 an hour out the gate, not those kinds of questions, but how do you support new hires? Do you have a mentor that I would be assigned to? How long would I be on orientation? Those kinds of things are important because you're working hard to get that job and you want to make sure it's going to be a good fit. You're going to stay there.
So there's a lot of opportunities in each sort of leadership position. It is highly recommended, and even some positions, it's required that you have your BSN, and that's anywhere from being a manager to an associate director to a director. There's lots of levels of management within Mosaic, and so it's kind of dependent on what level you're on. But obviously, if you have your BSN, that just raises you higher and allows you to probably be more of an opponent to get that position.
Don't underestimate, because I still do a ton of volunteer work. And you don't want to underestimate that when you start working on your resume, because those do show leadership skills. And I think that's the important part. I do tell the students even now that are they may not be going for their BSN, don't look at every opportunity, whether it be volunteerism or anything else, that's going to lead you to the right path because this is good resume builders.
The best advice I could give is don't put limits on yourself. Really think about, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Reach out to people that are doing what you think you would like to do and ask, can I come visit you for a day? Can I do a job shadow? Really look and find out, where do you want to go? And then just, I'm a big believer of writing down your goals and making small steps and then just marking them off and making them happen. I think that making a goal is great, but you have to have doable steps to reach those. And so at this point, wherever you're at, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to have this advanced degree. Where do I really want to go? Where do I want to end up? Where do I want to be in 1 year? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Make connections, meet people. A lot of it is meeting people and helping get your foot in the door, and how do I get to where you're at, where I want to be. It is hard work, and nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to do it for yourself. But don't be afraid. And, you're working hard for what you're doing right now. Try to get everything out of what you're learning right now.
Yeah, I would say definitely get involved in different committees and things that your organization has, so you have the opportunity to put in input, and get to know all the different leaders within your organization. It makes you feel more comfortable, I think, talking in front of people and expressing your thoughts and ideas. So the more committees and other work groups that you can be in, I think the better. And also just, volunteering to do whatever you can do in your department to show that you're a leader, even if that's creating a fundraiser for your patients or hosting something fun for your employees, things like that just make you stand out and make leaders say, hey, she's got potential, or he, and I think that really helps you when you want to, move up the ladder per se. The caregivers and the leaders are used to your name, they're used to your face and seeing you and hearing you, so I think that just helps.
Be smart in picking your references. Don't pick somebody that maybe you worked with years and years ago. And I like to see somebody that, and especially if they're going to a leadership role, I like to see their boss on that resume, or that reference. But I also like to see a coworker. I want to know what the coworker thinks of that person, and if they can't get along, I'm not sure that's the next, the best move. But I also like to know where they're at as far as, are they a team player? And I think that can help if you've got somebody to your equal as well as somebody that supervised you.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of Meet the Pros. We hope that you found that useful. You can find more information on a variety of topics on our website at nwmissouri.edu/career.
We also help you with anything related to the job search here at Career Services. That includes resumes, reaching out, networking, interview coaching, and interview skills. And if you just need someone to talk you through the process, don't hesitate to reach out to our office.
And we look forward to talking to you soon.